So you're thinking about a photography career and you're wondering what a day in the life of a photographer looks like? Well, if you're wondering that question, I'm going to tell you all about it right now. What's up, guys? Rachel Kapil here, event photographer in the San Francisco Bay Area. My mission for this channel is to help as many photographers as I can grow and succeed in their photo business. We have all kinds of freebies down below. Make sure to subscribe and like if you're getting value so we can help the channel grow. And if you have questions, let us know. We're going to talk about today a day in the life of a photographer, all of what that entails. So if you want to know, let's get to this video right now. All right, a day in the life of a photographer. This is not going to be a vlog tour, but I very well may do a vlog tour one day, but just not today. I'm going to go over all of the things that you should know if you're going to choose photography as your career. Okay, so number one, if you are not photographing, you're going to be pretty much editing or marketing. So what does that mean? If I'm not photographing, then I'm either editing a past shoot, or I'm learning or growing in some different way, or I'm reaching out to clients. I'm going to be networking maybe. There's a bunch of freebies down below. Calling in the Cash is one of them that can tell you some activities for marketing and things that I do that have grown my business to have repeat and consistent clients every single month and year. So like I said before, I've photographed for 18 years, and I think I've had like some clients for sure 18 years, but some, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, especially corporate clients. So that is what you're going to be doing if you're not shooting. All right, so number two, if you are going to be shooting. So let me walk you through what I normally do if I have an event or a portrait session. There are two things. So if I have an event, I have a think tank bag, and links will be below of my gear that I suggest and love. So Think Tank is amazing because they're super durable rolling bags. So if you are a wedding photographer, any kind of event photographer, this is going to be your go-to bag, in my opinion, because you have slots for multiple lenses and your camera, and you can organize them as you love and want, and that makes you comfortable and happy. Okay, so what I do, this is my little process of everything. I make sure I have all my flashcards. So if I am processing my shoots for the week that I've just photographed, I'm going to make sure everything's downloaded and I've got my cards. They're all formatted and ready to go on my little handy card holder. So the cards are ready and the lenses are ready. The flashes are all in there because they kind of stay in there. I keep them, it's like my system. I keep it all together so they all look good and I know where everything is. So it's like a kind of a habitual thing. Like if it's not in its place, like I'm like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? You know, I just kind of a systematic kind of person. So I make sure all my lenses are there, my flashes are there. I always have two. I have multiple lenses, and I make sure my batteries are all charged for my camera. That's really important. And I make sure I have AA batteries for the flashes. So there was a while that I was using rechargeable batteries, and then it like got so annoying that I just stopped because I'd have to charge those and whatever. So I go to Costco and I get AA batteries, Duracell, and I just make sure I have enough in case I need to swap them out during the event. So I make sure everything is in place and ready to go for the day before. I don't do that the day of, I do it the day before so I can just pick up my gear and go to the event and not be stressed. And if I have a portrait, normally I like to shoot with my 70 to 200. Now I know it depends on the portrait, if it's like a headshot or whatever, but if it's like say a family or a graduate, senior, whatever, I usually just bring two lenses. I never really bring a flash. I used to bring a flash because I always wondered if I'd need it. I never used it because of my style. So I just usually bring my 70 to 200 and I bring my 24-70 for if I want to get a wide shot, and then I use a backpack because with portraits I tend to find myself trekking around in the wilderness and fields and whatnot, and so I just put the backpack on and head off to the shoot, and I make sure the cards are there and I have an extra battery just in case, because if the camera dies, you're totally effed if you don't have an extra battery. So you always have to bring an extra battery for scenarios like that and during portrait sessions. And I just like to have all my cards in one place so I don't have to worry about anything. And I always have multiple cards just in case. And I always shoot with a backup card in my camera. So 2 cards to, photograph on just in case something happens, which it will. It just happened to me recently. Sometimes your cards get corrupt. You never know what's going to happen. So you have to have the backup, because especially for an event, you are screwed if you don't have those images. So I've had it happen multiple times just this year. And I was like, thank God I had the little backup card. And if you want to know about that stuff, we have freebies, and my course, PhotoBiz Academy, talks about everything that you need all in one place. But it'll all be down in the description box below. But those are the things that I do with portraits and events. And for portraits, I always like to wear jeans and a comfy top, whatever I want, and either cowboy boots or some kind of boot, because I'm usually going out into like dirty areas. So I never want to wear my sneakers because I like my sneakers to be white and clean, and my boots always get dirty. So that's another kind of little side note that I do. I don't care what I wear. I just have to look nice and comfortable and professional. So with events, I always wear black on black on black, because you need to look formal for an event, because these people are paying, in my opinion, a lot of money. My events are anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 that their budgets are. So I want to look presentable, and I want to kind of blend in and not stand out. I'm like almost pretty much 6 feet tall, like 5'11" without shoes. So you add shoes and I'm like freaking giant. So I kind of stand out as it is. But if I'm wearing black and I'm being incognito, I just think it's better than wearing yellow or hot pink, like do you, boo, whatever. But for me, I like to wear black. Plus I feel skinnier when I wear black. And it's kind of like my brand. But anyway, so that is what I do. If I'm prepping for a shoot, I will have all the details down in the description box below. And again, PhotoBiz Academy is our course that goes over everything that you need to know in starting a new business. But definitely check out the freebies first, and it'll all be down in there. So if you have questions, and also you can also comment below and ask me questions, and I'm happy to help. All right, number 3, if you're super anal retentive, I am not, but if you were, you would clean all your lenses and do like a little dust check to make sure all of the dust spots are off your camera and your lenses are clean and beautiful. I can't say that I do this often, but I do it. So that is number 3. Make sure your camera gear is all clean and ready. I probably should have made that number 2, but it's just something to think about. Okay, number 4, like I mentioned, and number 2, I have a standard outfit. Now, this is not for everybody, but I kind of like the idea of just not having to think that much, because I feel like we think so much as entrepreneurs on a consistent basis that thinking about your outfit is a pain in the rear end for me. Like, I'm stylish, but I am not that girl that is like super ultra stylish, that knows how to style everything, that really has a passion for that. I mean, I do like interior design. I do love a great modern styled picture, but for me, I don't like to think too much. So I've literally probably like 10 black sweaters that I rotate through, 10 black blouses, 10 black pants. My boyfriend will probably say like 20 black pants, but yeah, that's what I do. And if I'm going to style anything up, I will style it up with the shoes, but always make sure the shoes are comfortable, especially for events, especially for weddings. Do not F around with this. Make them comfortable, because you will die if you do not have comfortable shoes, especially as a wedding photographer. And I will go into a video down the road on wedding photography. But for me, it's just got to be somewhat cute, comfortable shoe that does not look like an orthopedic weird shoe. So I have a standardized outfit that I wear with standardized shoes, though I don't have to think about my outfit like Mark Zuckerberg and Tony Robbins. They all tend to wear the same thing. Mine is just all black. Please do not show up in jeans and a Target top to an event, especially if these people are paying $30,000+. I mean, upwards of 100. If it's like 100,000, you should be wearing like a tuxedo. I don't know. Something really, girls it's easier, but boys it's, yeah, like suit and tie for sure. So yeah, don't do it, because I'm telling you, the event planners, this is a pro tip. And again, all my little freebies and my course will be down below, but the event planners will like totally judge you. Okay, I'm gonna just put it out there, like, unless they're a lower end event planner, which I would teach you not to work with. But anyways, just looks presentable and stylish and nice, and have a standardized outfit that you go to that you know looks nice and professional and is not too casual, but is presentable and beautiful. And you look like a, you know, put together vendor that these clients will love and refer you left and right, because referral business is the #1 way to get business, and we talk about it in our freebies down below, so check them out. All right, that is my number 4. All right, now number 5, which I think is a very important one, especially if you are shooting weddings. Weddings will deplete you, and just, they take a lot of energy. So I always eat before I go. So my number 5 is you got to eat before you head to your shoot. So for me, my average day is going to be a corporate client or a bar and bat mitzvah. And so bar and bat mitzvahs, normally what they do is they have like the service. I usually do photos beforehand, and then I do the service depending on what we set up. And then I move in, and I usually either have a break or I do the kiddush lunch. So bar and bat mitzvahs, I could have a cup of coffee and then wait till we get to the kiddush lunch, because they'll have bagels that I could eat or whatever, that I could quickly grab a bite if I needed to. But corporate is actually similar. Sometimes you have to kind of see, because they might not have breakfast. So if they don't have breakfast, you definitely have to get in and have like an egg or something that's going to give you some high protein to like kind of get through the day, if it's a long, or an energy bar or something like that. I always like to have like some type of snack or energy bar just in case like I'm really hungry at an event. But for weddings, I'm telling you right now, you need to eat before, okay? Because you're gonna go and you're gonna be shooting all these details and all these things in the beginning, and the bride and la la la, and then you're gonna go straight into the service, and you're not gonna have a lot of time to eat. And then from the service, you're gonna go straight into the bride and groom photos and the family photos, and then you're gonna have the reception, so there's not gonna be a lot of opportunity to eat. So for me and my, you know, jobs, I always like to have something to kind of carry me over. But for bar and bat mitzvahs, I can get away with coffee and sometimes corporate, but not for weddings. But I don't really shoot a lot of weddings now. They're just too hard for me. So yeah, that's what I think you need to do, is you have to eat before you go to these things, and make sure you have that energy to get through the event. And also, quick side note, in my contract, it says I have to eat. So if I was doing a wedding, I would 100% get a meal. If I do any kind of bar and bat mitzvah or corporate, I always eat. It's just sometimes we have to photograph first, and then we can eat. So sometimes that can be a long time, span. But clients usually recognize that we're human and we need help. So we need to function with food. So you always get to eat. It's just sometimes you might not be able to get to eat for a while. So you need to make sure you have a snack or get kind of fueled up before you head out the door to start shooting. All right, my number 6 is now it's time to go shoot, kick some booty, and head home. So if you are shooting events, portraits, whatever it is, you're gonna go head out there, you're gonna photograph, you're gonna kick some booty and impress some people and get some great images. And then you're gonna come home and download those suckers and start editing. All right, so now we've done our photo shoot, we have come home, and we've got all of our photos on our memory cards. Now we're gonna start downloading, and I will get into my process of that. So basically I take the memory card, put it into the card reader, and download it onto external. And if you want to get really thorough, you can download that onto another external to just be safe. For me, I'm cool with just having the memory card and the external. And then what I do from the download, once it's all in my folder, I have a 2023 folder, and then I put the client's name, let's just say, I don't know, Rich Miles, I don't know, his, let's just say it's a bar mitzvah, I have the client's last name and put it into their folder in 2023. Then I do a raw files folder and a JPEG files folder. So take the raws, put them into Photomechanic because I'm an event photographer and I got to go through them quick, and I have zero time for Lightroom because it's too slow for me. So I go into Photomechanic. Links will all be down below so we can help you and your business succeed. And we put them into Photomechanic. We boom, boom, boom. We do sneak peek. So sneak peeks is usually like 2, and then the ones I love are usually labeled as 1. I pull them into Lightroom, edit them. Let's just say we do the sneak peeks first, pull them into Lightroom, or you can start playing with Imagen or Imagen. It's an AI tool. Imagen or Imagen, I'm not sure exactly how they pronounce it. It's an AI tool that I will do a video on later, but I'm still toying with it. I'm still playing. So if you did a catalog for Lightroom, you can pull them in there and then put them into Imagen AI, and they will edit them for you, which is amazing. And they actually do a pretty decent job. But what I would do normally is I edit them quickly, the sneak peeks, and then I download as JPEGs into the client's folder. And then I send them a quick sneak peek that they can see on Pixieset. And then I start editing the rest of them. And then I put them all into Pixieset, which down below will be a link that you can check out. And I love Pixieset for numerous reasons, and I will do a video on that as well so you can know about Pixieset. But what I do from there is I send them off to the client, and the client can view them and loves them, and they say, oh my God, Rachel, you're so amazing. The photos are so phenomenal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then they refer me all their friends, and that is how it goes. So that is my process. Oh, I skipped one step, sorry. From Lightroom, I bring them into JPEGs, and then I put my final touches on Photoshop. But again, my whole process is in my course, photobizacademy.com. But again, if you want the freebies, we talk a lot about it in there, and they're all going to be in the description box. So that is my process that I do once I've photographed the shoot or photographed the event. That is my process of when I come home and put them on the computer. All right, so that last one was 7, and this one is 8. You are going to rinse and repeat. So you're going to repeat that whole cycle over and over and over again until you are at the money and income that you want. So for me, I like to do just a couple events a month, and then I will do a portrait session or a corporate job, maybe sprinkled throughout the week. But you decide what you want, but you're going to rinse and repeat. And then all the times that you're not busy, you're going to be marketing and networking and getting and growing that business. So those are the things that you do in the day in the life of a photographer. All right, so there you have it. If you got some value out of this video, make sure to subscribe and like to help the channel grow. And make sure to check out those freebies down below. We've got a lot of great tools that will help you grow your photography business for free. And if you want to know more, definitely check out the webinar down below on how I basically built my 6-figure photography business and how to create success in your business. And it will tell you more about our PhotoBiz Academy. If you want to know more, it's all down below. But again, you've got tons of freebies to get you going, to help you get on the path to success as a photographer and making the money that you desire and you want, blessing lives, changing lives, and having so much fun doing things that you love and not having to work a lame 9-to-5 and build somebody else's dream. You can build your dream, and I'm here to help you. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.